Hello and welcome to Victoriana. It's the beginning of April. We haven't done a clip for some time. It's now absolutely crazy mad time of year. We're literally just about to start dispatching out our first batches of tomatoes and chilies as well. Beds are full at the moment. The prop beds are absolutely rammed and full, and as soon as we get a bit of space in here by moving stuff up to the top house, then hey presto, we'll empty the beds out and start all over again. So yeah, it's that crazy time of year, and we're just trying to keep up at the moment. So I'll give you a quick run around the nursery. So out here on the beds, we've got an awful lot that we've potted up this year. Looking at some grapes here, beginning of April, and still probably around about 80 to 90% are showing no signs of growth yet. It's a big panic for many of our customers that they don't see any growth on their grapes very early. It's completely normal, and we always say if you haven't got any growth by the end of May, then maybe an issue, but I've actually seen it even later than that to have growth in the first year on grapes. So yeah, the grapes are looking as we'd expect for this time of year. The fruit we potted up earlier in the year, the apples and pears and plums and all that sort of thing, they're different in that they are all breaking into growth, and obviously some flower as well. So it's good to see that they're all growing away nicely, and obviously below the roots will be rooting out nicely. So as soon as we think about planting back into the ground, we'll be able to swap over and start selling and dispatching our potted trees. Out here on the veg garden, not a huge amount going on just yet. More a case that we've had a good tidy up, dug over the beds. Asparagus beds have had a top dress of some spent compost. Garlic's up and growing away nicely now, and just the other bed now to tidy up. We've buried back the bean trenches, so they've all been backfilled with soil. So again, we just need to give the top a light dig over, and next few weeks we can think about getting our spuds in and start getting some crops planted in here as well. Obviously the customer has to come first, so our veg garden is always the last thing in the row. So that's why at this exact moment there's not a huge amount in it just yet. So down here on the other end of the beds, yeah, we're full up too. Lots and lots of nice shrubs, all fresh growth coming on those. And all the potted soft fruit as well is all coming into growth nicely. So yeah, pretty full all round really. So full actually, we've got another big long batch of grapes all the way along here, which similarly, like the other ones, aren't showing a huge amount of growth just yet, but no concerns there. But yes, so pretty full. So down here in the flower area, we have just about managed to get through and have a weed off and a tidy up. Some big gaps in there. We'll be able to spin over the areas in between, and I think we're going to get some fuchsias all planted in here, and also obviously some of the dahlias will come back in, but we're slowly turning this over to more or less a full perennial bed now. Gives us a little bit more time to do other things. I guess we put the sweet peas in, but yeah, basically we're slowly turning it into a more perennially bed. So just a bit of care and attention and weeding rather than pulling everything out and putting it back in each year. So up here the veg tunnel is empty at the moment. It's time for it to be reskinned, so just waiting for a convenient time when we can get in here or get outside and strip off the old skin and replace. I think it's been on 4 years, so we haven't done bad with this one. Conversely, with the Kedder house, the bubble house as we call it, obviously the skin on that lasts a lot longer. I think we're in year 9 or 10 on that. But what we have done this year, and it certainly is gleaming, is we've cleaned off the whole top. Quite a big job, but does make a difference on the light inside. So here in the veg cage, you really can tell it's spring. Lots and lots of young veg here. Obviously everything is hardened off fully. So it spends a good couple of 3 weeks here before we actually dispatch anything out. Yeah, no, we're crammed with veg and got more smaller batches coming along in succession that then come out here as well. And similarly on the perennials as well. Cell area is pretty well full up now with all sorts of bits and pieces of pretties. And again, we've got more stuff coming on inside. As soon as we're happy, we'll move it out, harden it off, and then it's ready for it to go as well. So up here in the top house, it's the same thing again. Successional sowings and transplantings, moving up here for a little bit before going outside. And on the herb front, it's that time where we continually battle with them growing away just a little bit too quick, and we're potting up more and more batches. So this is the house that has big gaps one day, then no gaps at all, and then the following day is filled back up again. So it's just that constant move, move, move.